Hello Scorpio, and welcome to the Astroflower meeting. This is going to be a reading for the 9th through to the 15th or 16th, something like that. It's probably in the title. So welcome to the Astroflower meeting. If you're not subscribed, you're more than welcome to subscribe and join the family. Thank you, all you lovely people who subscribed last week. It's absolutely brilliant to see you all here. So welcome to the Astroflower. There is plenty of links in the description below if you want to know more about the elements, about the petals and stuff like that. There's loads of stuff to discover down there. Let's just quickly get in the hair and see what's going on. This side is your emotional sort of relationship side, and this is sort of business and projects, work, that sort of thing, finances, etc. And this is the energy that's running through you. Let's just get straight in here. So it looks like it's going to be obviously a changing week, but it's like the changing of two tides. It's as if there's, just looking straight off the bat off the cards without any channeling going on, there's obviously something that's, the universe is bringing something back into the fray that is gonna change your situation, and it's gonna be that death and rebirth. So it's gonna be a situation ongoing that's gonna be changed by the looks of things. And on your financial sort of side, maybe you've lost a bit of peps. And you've just got to ride it through this week. Let's just sort of see. Let's channel this through and see what's going on. So I almost feel like I think this card is more important, and this is where the universe is trying to influence your karmic path, which is this death and rebirth. And it's as if the universe is sort of, I think it's more of a warning than anything else. Don't look back, look forward. If you're going through that death and rebirth and having a new thing that's coming in, then looking backwards is probably not a good idea, because you're bound to walk into sort of streetlights, best to look forward and where you're going and concentrate on your path, rather than concentrating on the paths of others that are around you, which may give you confusion, which is not good. And you've been doing so well over the past sort of 2-3 months, looking at your readings. You're certainly coming out your shell a lot more, and don't forget that. I think that's really important. So on the relationship sides, it's sort of, I think it's more of a warning than anything else of not to look back in the past and compare it to your future. Yeah, it's good to sort of have sort of heads up, or understanding how we did things correctly or wrongly, according to us, of course, individually, but not necessarily to constantly compare, because it's a new way going forward. And as you go forward, it's going to change, and things, you're going to do things differently, because the situation is going to be different. But there's definitely, it could be relationships that you've been in for a long time, and this doesn't necessarily have to be one-to-one relationships. This could be family, friends, community, that sort of thing. And it may be a case of where, where you've been coming out your shell a little bit more, it may change the relationships you've had with people around you. And it doesn't seem to be one-to-one relationship. Let's just see what that's going on. Okay. Let's see how your guides are trying to influence you. And this is on this petal here. This is a really solid card. It's like your guides are being really not stern, I don't think stern's a good word, but they're not going to take any slack. They're going to keep you on the ball, keep you moving forward. So you might be being provoked on your karmic path, and that's the sort of messages that are around us, are the coincidences and things that happen around us rather than what we're directly involved in. It's more sort of like seems like a sort of chariot, and so it seems to be going in quickly. Things are going to be moving along quite quickly by the looks of things and coming in. Let's just see what is going on there. Oh, Lovers, very powerful. So it could be a new love relationship coming through into your life. It could be an old relationship as well. That's what with that Six of Cups. That's for some of you. But I'll still stick with that sort of just be wary of the way you've done things in the past. Now you have this opportunity. And if you're in a relationship, it's the opportunity to explore other avenues in your relationship that you're with. And this could be with family, friends and stuff like that. But it is also, you know, the discovery of finding your own, you know, self-worth and falling in love with yourself in a way. Is there is a certain aspect to that. But it seems to be a desire for community, for wanting to be with others and stuff like that. That's what it sort of comes through, and it's this new path that's awakening within you is realizing it's like being between two doors where you go on a fun fair, you know, on those haunted house sort of things. So you look behind you and sort of see what has been, and as you're going through the door, you're looking at seeing what's happening. So it's a case of going through the two and sort of going from one aspect to another within your life, and it looks quite nice. It's not a bad thing at all. It actually looks really nice. It's just a case of heads up and look forward by the looks of things. Let's see how that guides are influencing that conversation that is within you. They're trying to be really poignant, really precise. These two seem to be working really hand in hand, you guys, at the moment, which is good because you've got that cardinal Earth that comes through, and what's been going on the Sun at the moment, and certainly with that flare, there's only a tiny little flare that's coming our way that will hit around about the 9th. It's going to reduce that sort of barrier there, so your guides are going to be able to communicate a lot easier between the pair of you. It's going to stimulate a lot of mental stuff at the base, so it risks to be a bit of a mental week, a mental in the way that you actually calculate a lot rather than sort of mental as it's gone mad. So it seems like your guides are really sort of stepping up in tandem, and it seems like an Ace of Swords or something like that. Oh, okay, right. So it's the High Priestess. So it really is, you know, clarifying your thinking. And here you have that crossing point of that fire and that air there. And it may be a case that you're got an eye looking through that door as you're going through it, seeing what has been, but using your intuition to actually provoke and provide for the future. And I would look more to the future than the past. Use the past as a reference. Maybe just use it as a rear view mirror rather than actually turning around, because you may get a little bit lost. But it's sort of saying on the relationships, on the your friends, your family, your lovers. Keep your eye on the ball and keep an eye on what you want out of life. If you know what you want out of life, then go get it. It's going to be a lot easier for you to express your willingness to a relationship or to relationships around you if you're very clear with yourself. And I think the guides there are trying to create that conversation and sort of helping you to stay on the straight and narrow. And I think that's what these guys are sort of doing on this sort of side, keeping you focused on where you're going. Okay, so it looks pretty good for the relationships actually this week. Let's just have a look what's going on the financial sort of side of life. Okay, things seem to be changing around you. So it's not necessarily changing for you, but more around you rather than anything else. So let's say you're in a job and you're working in a place and sales have not been absolutely brilliant. You don't work in sales, but it's going to have an effect on you. Or the sales are going through the roof and they're going, and it's brilliant, it's mad. That means from your side, maybe you're, say, like the purchaser or, you know, of the raw materials. Therefore, you're going to have to purchase more. You're going to have to work harder and work more. There seems to be a lot coming through, and it's just sort of like, it's a case of just keeping yourself in the flow and allow yourself to just go through this week, as there seems to be a lot going on around you. It could be like a case for your business as well, where it's been affected by, so like it could be affected by roadworks. You've got a shop and there's roadworks at the end of the road that is affecting your work, and it's making life a little bit more hectic, but it's, you know, so it's not really directly from you. And you've got to stay in that rhythm of your finances, of your project, of your business and stuff like that. And to sort of like just follow it through and just sort of, it's a little bit of an, oh well, sort of week really for you. And let's just see how the guides are sort of, because it doesn't seem like new opportunities. It just means, I think it's more of a case of a changing aspect of, seems like a page or a knight. So I think your guides here are sort of trying to sort of give yourself the opportunities. The funny thing was, is this high priestess here was actually where you've got the Six of Swords down here last week. And you had a lot of clear thinking going on last week. And it seems like you're looking at seeing how it pans out, basically. If you kept that clear thinking and kept on that happiness sort of thing going on, it would have made this week a case of setting the things off in motion and allowing it to just roll through, as it were. But as I say, I think it's a tower. Okay, so I should have guessed that from its height, really, on the card. As you've let these things come through, as you've been clear thinking and you've actually positioned yourself about what you want out of life last week, by the looks of things within your business, within your job and stuff like that, here the universe is sort of saying, just stay the rhythm to your passion of what you enjoy and stuff like that. Your guides in this case, it's not, I don't think it's a tower moment for you. So I don't think it's a case of, I'm going to lose my business. It might be a case for somebody. You know, these are general readings. I'm not here to tell you, you know, you're going to get run over next week. That's not the way I work. It's basically, I try and help people to sort of position themselves energetically, morally, spiritually, mentally, physically, in order to sort of cope with whatever you happen to be going with or going through, or not necessarily cope, or get the best out of what you're going through at this present time. And I think the guides here are actually, they're doing a great job around you, sorting the chaff and the wheat, basically. And they seem to be, as you let things roll through, they'll be clearing out things that you'll realise you'll be working, or you'll be doing your project and you're kind of going, yeah, I don't need to concentrate on that. I need to concentrate on that. A bit like you had the Queen of Swords in this position here last week. So really clear thinking and stuff like that. And I think they're sort of saying here, these guides here with this tower, sort of saying, yeah, you can do this. You know, you can allow us to sort the chaff and the wheat for you. So, you know, you might find that things are crumbling in certain aspects with your business, but that's only going to make space for new things to do within your business or within your job or within your projects and stuff like that. So it's going to create some space, which, Scorpio, you're not the base, you know, it's not your finest attribute. Obviously, every sign's got good and bad and stuff like that, but it's not your finest attribute. You prefer it when things, you know where you're going, what you're doing and everything like that, and what's going on around you. If there's too much space around you, it's a bit kind of going, oh, what do I do? And sometimes you can lose your feet about where to go and what to do. But you know, it's trusting in your guides of how they actually provide the space for you by getting rid of the old and allowing the new to come in. Seems to be really concentrating on the here and now, like I think this is where the guides are trying to help this mental side, which will be flowing up through all that energy that's coming through the sun. And if you want to know all about that, go over to Cymatic TV. We do the energy update once a week, and I try and get out more videos during the week. It has been pretty hectic this week. Been difficult to do some videos, but let's get the energy update on the Sunday or the Monday. And it seems to be that sort of thing. Okay, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, sorry. 10 of Wands, so it's the end of a journey. It's also, you have accumulated possibilities within your life. And it's basically what they're doing. Okay, so this is where your guides are working in tandem again, because you've got that mutable earth that goes through there, which is going to be it's going to be less active this week by the looks of what's coming through on the sun. And if it is less active, like on this side, you have your guides playing together. So basically, this tower moment is just alleviating that weight that you've been carrying on your shoulders for a very long time, I would have thought, Scorpio, because you're like that. You tend to sort of, you know, soldier on through, as it were, and you carry all of that sort of weight on your shoulders. And I think these guides here are playing together here to alleviate that weight that you've been carrying on your shoulders by sorting the chaff and the wheat that is around you within your business, within your job, within your projects and stuff like that. And this is a really good thing. It sets things up really nicely, especially if it was very clear last week of what you wanted in the way of satisfaction from your job and business and stuff like that. Let's just see how they combine these two together. There's a lot going on for you guys at the moment, I think, this week here. A lot around you, that's more than anything else. I think this is the Eight of Pentacles, so it's sort of saying here to be, this is the message coming through. Let's see, we'll see what the card clarifies it, but it seems to be trust in your knowledge and in your understanding, trust in your mastery of what you do within your business, within your job, within your projects and stuff like that. If you're looking for a job, that's what you should be concentrating on. And if you concentrate on that, it will alleviate a lot of the weight that you carry on your shoulder, and it'd be easier for you to step into a job that starts you on that path to pure, to complete fulfillment. Yeah. But it seems like the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Eight of Wands, not too far. A lot of messages, and you might be within, this is where this whole social aspect comes in, is sort of like listening to the outside, listening to the things that are going on around you. Everything seems to be going on around you at the moment, Scorpio. You've really just got to take it easy, sit tight, sit tight, and allow those messages to come in from what's going on around you. So it's going to help you to position. So this week here is a real positioning week, where you can position according to everything that is going on around you. Okay, let's just see what the energy is running through you. This seems a lot more sort of docile, as it were. Goes up like that. So what's the message that comes through that? It seems like the Four of Wands or Four of Pentacles. Almost, you know, as you go through this transition, it's got to be squared off. You've got to be clear about yourself. You know, it's hold your ground seems to be the message coming through on that. Let's just see what that is. Seven of Cups. Bizarrely, at the beginning, I was going to say the Seven of Cups. Yeah, choices. This is it. It's all going on around you. And the thing is, I say it all the time, you know, on this Seven of Cups, there's loads of different things. There's snakes, there's ladders, there's, you know, there's clouds, there's loads of stuff going on that. But there is only actually one that's producing water. And that's the pure emotions of the cup. So in reality, with the Six of Cups that's coming through, and I think this is going to be more the sort of realization. I think it's more going to be based upon your relationships this week more than on your business side of life. But it's realizing what is good for you. What is the evident path for you, Scorpio? And when you realize that, you're going to realize that there is no choices whatsoever in life going forward. And there seems to be, at the moment, there seems to be choices that need to be made. I don't think it's going to be till later on in the week, and it'll probably be at the beginning part of next week. Just looking at your cards, you know, there was a lot of things like Three of Pentacles here, Seven of Pentacles here, Three of Wands down here, Ace of Pentacles here. I think, funny enough, you had the Eight of Pentacles up here. Maybe I was just channeling what was coming in from last week. I hadn't noticed that. And then you also had the Three of Cups over here. So you had 3 threes, which is quite amazing. And this time here, it's a case of kind of going, okay, I've made those adjustments within myself. And that was that Judgment card. You made those adjustments within yourself. And now it's just basically seeing how it fits with the world around you. So this is a real week to just observe. Take it easy. Don't make too many decisions, stressful decisions and stuff like that. If you do have to make stressful decisions, make sure you do it in a very detached way. But I do believe that this week is going to be much more emotionally charged more than anything else. As I say, on the sun, there has been a lot, and we're moving into solar maximum, so there's going to be a lot more sort of solar flares and sunspots and that sort of thing, which is very electric, sort of mental energy. And you do have a lot of air, so you have air there, you have air there, you have air there, and you have air there. You know, there's a lot of air going through you, so there's a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of calculation this week. I think more than anything else, it's calculating, but without making the final decision this week. You could probably put it off till next week. I would still look at enjoying yourself, especially within that relationship side. But just be clear about what you want out of relationships. Okay? So there you go, Scorpio. I hope you did. I hope that helped you out. If you're already subscribed, I hope you enjoyed that Astroflower family meeting. If you're not subscribed and you want to join the Astroflower family, it's not complicated. You just need to subscribe and click that bell so then you get notifications for all videos in the future. We do a lot of sort of stuff on Instagram as well, and we will be opening the Facebook page up in the near future. In the meantime, Scorpio, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.